are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilization, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to The Landing Party, the best Star Trek show on the internet. Tonight's Captain's Log is Stardate 2509.24, episode 67, Plato's Stepchildren, written by Meyer Dolinsky and directed by David Alexander. Now, my mom told me if you have nothing nice to say nothing at all. Well, good night, everybody. Next week, we'll be talking about Wink of an Eye, and appreciate you tuning in. I'm just kidding, of course. This episode is known for one thing, and one thing only: the supposed first interracial kiss on network TV. In fact, it doesn't even have that going for it. A year previously, in 1967, Sammy Davis Jr. was kissed by Nancy Sinatra on her live TV show, Move In with Nancy. And that kiss was voluntary, not forced by aliens with telekinesis. This episode is a hot mess of poor and derivative writing and over-the-top acting. We have seen all these themes before. Landing party separated from ship, ship in trouble, landing party must save themselves and ship. Other themes, power corrupts, and godlike aliens or humans wanting to be worshipped have all been seen many times on Star Trek. Like most third season episodes, this one feels small. Bare sets and minimal extras to populate the scenes drag this episode down as well. This is the third time we are subjected to a Roman-Greek parallel. Who Mourns for Adonis and Bread and Circuses, the best of the three, being the other two. It's a shame because there's a good cast here. Barbara Babcock returns from season 1's A Taste of Armageddon. Liam Sullivan, who plays Parman, was seen in 2 episodes of Twilight Zone and won an Emmy for a turn on Bonanza, and he's excellent in this. But the real winner is Michael Dunn as Alexander, an excellent actor who brings a lot of pathos to the character. Dunn is best known as bad guy Dr. Migueletto Loveless on Wild Wild West. Before acting, he was a concert pianist and had a genius IQ of 178. Unfortunately, he died just 5 years after this was filmed, at the ripe age of 38 years old. Maybe he was forced to watch this episode. I don't know. Well, let's bring in the rest of the team. We have that Star Trek girl. Hello, Anna.
Hello.
And we've got Gato and his something. It goes off. And his love children. There it is. I don't even want to know.
I think you do know already.
This would be the X-rated version of this episode. So
I think everybody knows my thoughts on this episode from that Captain's Log.
Ladies first, you by all means, Anna.
Oh my gosh, I love midgets. So
He's
got
a dwarf, not a
Tell us
midget.
that you had a fetish.
no, he is a midget. Dwarves have the funny heads. He is a midget. There's a difference. I get into this all the time. So Warwick Davis is a midget. Peter Dinklage is a dwarf.
No, midgets have perfect proportions. They're just small. Have you ever seen Terror in Tiny Town? The Western from the 30s that was all midgets. They all look like little people.
Let me get it. That's a different type. There's different types of them.
I never really even gave it that much thought. But you're right. Dwarfs always have kind of misshapen little heads and arms.
Yeah, or they're normal size heads, but truncated bodies. And
dwarves have like the weird like forehead thing, you know. That
You're
makes
Yeah,
thinking,
not all of them.
you're
though.
thinking of Lord of the Rings. We're talking reality.
I'm talking about reality too. They're different. They got the weird heads.
All right,
But-
so you like dwarves? We got that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
they're
in love
little.
with
I
Alec.
always liked watching this episode, watching it again now that I know to look for the fact that there's no one anywhere. Like there's no people. They even asked that. They're like, where is everyone? Oh, they're all meditating. That's why there's no extras.
Yeah, and there's only supposed to be 38 of them anyway. That whole giant planet the Enterprise is orbiting. There's 38 people on the place,
Well,
and they couldn't even get
And
38
they
people
talk
in a
about
room.
it like they talk about it like it's this big society.
Right.
A little group of hedonistic motherfuckers with one power mad dude who
yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
wouldn't they have all just killed each other if it wasn't for the one guy with more power? He probably would have just killed all the men and just had all the women to himself.
So here's the thing. I'm going to differ on the first interracial kiss thing because I don't think anybody's ever pointed out that it actually was not Shatner and Nichols that had it was actually Nimoy and Jill Ireland for the first interracial kiss. He's from another planet.
Yeah, and that's the point. In
Mhm.
this script, in the original script, it was going to be Nimoy that
Oh.
that kissed her, and that's what the network wanted because they were like, then it's no big deal because he's an alien,
Right.
But the producers and stuff said, no, it's got to be Shatner, it's got to be an Earth guy.
But even that, though, right before he is, he's actually getting it on quite a bit with Majel, Majel
Barrett.
Barrett.
Yeah,
His, Nimoy's lips are like all over her mouth, like literally, and he's shaking and stuff. Whereas Kirk just kind of goes down and goes like this. He's not even kissing her. But Nimoy, being from another planet, is sort of, even though he's half human, he's still from another race. And he's actually making out with Nurse Chapel.
Mhm.
So right before that is actually the first interracial kiss, if you're not counting what you brought up in the captain's log.
Hmm.
That's
Well, you could I could buy that. I could buy that argument.
so, but it's not politically expedient, and
Right.
so,
And it ain't true because Sammy Davis Jr. did it.
exactly. I will say, here's my take on the whole thing too. Is it's very clear to me that none of the cast members thought too much of the script
Mm-hmm.
because they went full on acting in this. Because they were, and I would say they almost were enjoying it as thespians go. Shakespeare, because it was probably the most Shakespearean sort of display of acting that I've seen on the show. Really, you even had Spock, doing the flamenco dancing around his head.
I mean, the stunt man.
Yeah, the stunt man. I know you pull the camera.
It wasn't even close.
I know. It was so jarring.
Yeah, like whoa.
He's like, the Nimoy.
Yeah,
It's so freaking jarringly obvious it was, And yeah, it was Shatner on the ground still.
yeah.
If you looked at both of them, it was the flamenco dancer going around Shatner's head.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why Nimoy just didn't trust himself. Maybe just, they wanted to give it some more, make it look really legit.
Yeah.
With a real guy, but the way there was one scene where Shatner's on the ground and he's giving it his all in the
This
acting.
sounds like you're talking about some X-rated stuff, man.
Is this when he's kind of crawling?
That's what you want to hear.
No, well, okay, so I watched this when I was young. Now, as an adult, watching Shatner with a little person on his back make horse noises and roam around. The internet has ruined me, so I saw something completely different in this.
That's funny because if you just hear it, if you don't watch it and you just hear it, it's fucking bizarre.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, and the Tweedledum Tweedledee thing.
Yeah, and they're skipping and doing
in there, and they're not even.
They hadn't rehearsed that.
Yeah, they didn't even rehearse it.
Well, they had to because they were kind of in time.
Kind of.
But I just got to imagine what the rehearsal was like for that.
Yeah. There was probably one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, okay, we're gonna do this. We'll do the skip thing and roll them.
I'm gonna say I admire that. I admire their commitment to their craft because Shatner, Nimoy, DeForest Kelly was a little more just whatever, but those two really gave it their all in the acting department on this, and you got to hand it to them because I mean they were really putting the time in.
Because it was pretty shitty. I mean, and those other Romans, or Greeks or whatever they were, the playing the chess, and it's like, oh well, they're so gay, it's like, oh well, you got me there,
Well, like, Greek, Caligula.
Yeah. It was. God.
I mean, it also begs the question: what was it? Is that what it's like there all the time with that Alexander just running around? I mean,
right. This one little guy on the planet.
Oh my God.
Well, he gets to go on a little adventure at the end, which sucks because it's like, oh, I would have liked to seen that.
Yes. And Kirk had to frame it that way too. A little surprise. He couldn't say, I got a big surprise for you, Scotty. I have a little surprise.
Yeah. He's little.
What Alexander would say to Anna right before he revealed his,
Oh, no.
I have a little surprise. And then she'd look at his chub and go, it's so cute.
Yeah, but not everything's dwarf. I got a full-size head. 2 of them.
Oh, my God. Gross.
The other thing that kills me, though, in this episode.
There he is.
Hey. What's up, Yaws?
Hey. My daughter takes her driver's test tomorrow, so I may be free finally. Afternoon.
Wait, your daughter is just now getting her license? I thought she just didn't have a car.
No.
She didn't get it when she was 16 like everyone else?
Nope.
Yeah,
what?
My daughter
Okay, now this is your fault then. I have no sympathy.
Oh my gosh. We tried to force her and she wouldn't do it. She was too scared to drive, and now she's,
What?
I was going to let my daughter get it when she was 16, but she couldn't back out of the driveway without pulling an Austin Powers and making the car completely parallel to the sides of the driveway. I remember looking out the window and she had her hand on the steering wheel and she's just screaming.
So I take it 3-point parking was a problem too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Star Trek girl. Listen to that. That's what happens, man.
Hey, I had to drive around San Francisco, man.
Hey, you're rare. Most chicks don't give them that license till they're older and can handle it. So.
Well, my parents probably should have done that with my sisters. They totaled every car they ever touched.
See.
Well, that's just because they would always get high and drive. I don't do that kind of stuff.
I don't care what the excuse is.
Could be a problem.
So
yeah. Well, I mean,
has anybody come out? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I know, like my dad had a trucking company, so I remember driving diesel trucks around. So
no, that makes
driving a normal truck is fine.
That makes sense to me about you for some reason. I don't know.
So has anybody said yet that this episode sucks? I'm just curious. Has that been thrown out at all?
No, we've all given our grades and everything's higher than an 8.
I have a feeling I'm going to rate this the highest. I will put that out there.
This is some bitter dregs, my friends. Bitter dregs. When you watch a show or something, or you watch a speech, or you're around somebody who's just like, they're just like, just embarrassing themselves, and you feel really uncomfortable being around them. That's when I watch this episode. I'm just so uncomfortable because it is, and I get they're trying to humiliate them, but jeez.
Yeah, but it's like they humiliated the show.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly right.
I said to the guys before you came on that, I thought that In the Children Shall Lead was going to be like my kryptonite, that the one that was going to be like, I can't get through it. I can't stand this fucking one. But and a rewatch, I found stuff that I liked. This one, I was doing other things while it was on. I was like, oh my God, this is I even missed the kiss, because I was just looking down and doing something.
My 94-year-old mother, who loves Star Trek 5, by the way, and that says everything. She's looking over at me laughing. My 23-year-old daughter laughing, just looking at me like, I'm like, I didn't write this. I'm not responsible for this.
You know what occurred to me too while I was watching it was how far removed from the man trap it was. Like, I mean, it started out as this science fiction show, and Nimoy complained about he didn't want it to be a monster show. So it's as far removed from the other fiction.
He was probably longing for that script.
Yeah. Well, you know what? The one to compare it to is the second pilot. Where Gary gets the psychic powers and he can do all this shit. Every one of these people can do all this stuff, but on a lower budget.
Yeah. Have you guys talked about?
That's what you're saying, that the acting they took over for the acting because the script was so bad.
Yeah,
because they gave it their all in the acting. Go ahead.
They did. I mean, you got to give them they gave it the old college try, but you're just looking at that, just going,
yeah.
And
he's even moving his mouth like
that. Yeah, that's embarrassing. When I see that scene, I'm like,
you couldn't hit yourself hard enough doing this,
Spock couldn't put up even a little bit of a fight. Like Nurse Chapel's like, please do something, and he closes his eyes and tries. He says, I just don't have the power or something. He says, but I don't know. I've kind of found that to be too easy a way out. Considering Omega glory, he was able to make that girl walk over.
Yeah, he should, with his advanced mental capabilities, he should have been able at least to fight it a little bit.
Yeah, and he's fought off other things that seemed more.
Remember in Operation Annihilate, his entire spinal column was fused with that alien shit, and he was in such constant pain, and yet he was still able to control himself to be able to function after his wig out.
I want to know one thing. I was going to bring this up before. Is right when Uhura and Chapel beam down, right? They get pulled into the other room, and then the very next scene, they come back in. They're dressed up in the garbs. But so is Shatner, Nimoy, and everybody else. They're all dressed in the Greek stuff. Like, did they tell them to change, or were they forced to change into it? I assume. I mean, or
that's what I assumed.
Yeah.
I mean,
what I also assume? That Captain Kirk skips leg day.
I don't think many of these people went to the gym. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Shatner worked out. I've seen pictures of him in a gym doing stuff, but he didn't get in the squat rack. I can tell you that.
Yeah, he's a little shrimp.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Have we talked about if I talk about the ending, am I getting too far ahead of myself here?
Nope.
Okay. So they're able to replicate this power by a couple injections within 20 minutes. So Kirk and the crew could then go conquer the universe. I mean, the fact that they made this power so easily accessible for anybody to get it, it's like they open up a can of worms and it's never closed. It's
Does
like
it only work on that planet, though?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Doesn't it only work on that planet?
They didn't say that, though. They didn't make a point.
Well, they said that they didn't have the powers until they came to this planet.
Because they were eating the food and the stuff that was on that planet and Bones artificially created that in their bloodstream. So why couldn't you have done that on the ship? No, take out the Klingon Empire, man. Give yourself a couple of injections and
maybe he did.
Maybe that's where the Organians came from eating all that shit.
I just think it was like
they
didn't resolve this even close to being adequate at the end of this episode.
Well, I think there was, this was the last season, the end of the 5-year journey in 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, I'm taking this power with me, baby. But I mean, they could have tied it more directly. They tied it to the food, but they shouldn't have been. Maybe they could have done something to boost their system while they were there and said it was more tied into. You wouldn't work outside the atmosphere.
It's the same premise as the one with the spores, isn't it? Where only on that planet did they live such a long time or something.
Well, it was under the
Well-
influence of the spores, though. When they didn't
The spores
replicate
is
it,
what kept them alive on that planet.
right.
Because the Bertol rays would kills all organic material.
But again, Bones manufactured this in a syringe in 5 minutes and then injected him with him. So it didn't have anything to do with the planet.
How fun was it watching Kirk and him fight over Alexander?
I know.
I was like, he's like, oh, Ben, Kirk is like, he doesn't want to do that to him, but he's still forcing him as
Right,
well.
exactly.
They're both using him as a little toy.
A little weapon. Yeah, they're just like back and forth. I'm like, Kirk's no better than this other guy. So,
pretty funny.
and then so they have the dwarf on there, right? And hey, everybody's on this in our universe. Kirk says everybody's the same. We don't worry about size, race, anything like that, right? And so what does he do? He treats him like a little kid at the end of the episode. He goes,
Yes.
Scotty, I got a little surprise for you. He was like,
So little.
Yeah. Now, Alexander, we're going to go up to my big spaceship and have ice cream.
That's exactly what
Hey, he probably likes ice cream.
he probably does.
Anna,
But
Anna, for real now. Take Peaches out of the picture. Take your baby out of the picture. Take everybody out of the picture. Would you have gone on dates with him?
No.
Why?
Oh, this is gonna sound awful because
say it. We all know what you're thinking. We're all thinking the same thing.
You're sitting there talking about how awesome he's so cute.
no,
and this-
'cause they're little. Like
You wouldn't want to have his babies?
no.
Here we are getting to the root of Anna's bigotry against you.
It's not bigotry. It's
You're a bigot, Anna.
She
No,
she
I'm
has
not.
She has vertical bigotry.
Hey,
Bigotry, yeah.
I was
Hers
you
is
know
more
what,
simple.
Ron. I
Or
like
than-
guys with dark features. He does not have dark enough features.
there you go.
There
There,
you
that's it.
If you,
What-
Greg, if you say horizontal bigotry, it takes on a whole new meaning.
Yeah, it's
Hey, Peaches
I
is
was-
only 5'7", so it's not like I'm,
Hang on a second. When I was in college, my first year of college, I was dating this girl, my girlfriend at the time. We're walking down the sidewalk on campus, and all of a sudden she goes, "Let's cross the street." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." So we cross the street, get over to the other side, and then I see there's this group of Down
Yes.
syndrome kids walking this way towards us. I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And she's like, "No, they just give me the, It's just like, see, chicks, man, chicks. There you go.
Wait,
And now it's the dwarfs. I'm telling you.
she got the willies from Down syndrome kids?
Yeah, she wanted to cross the street because she was like,
Ann.
I'm not kidding. I
What?
was
No,
just like,
me.
no, it wasn't Anna.
Oh, I
No,
thought you
no,
said
not Anna. No, it's my girlfriend in college.
Oh. I'm like, Anna.
Oh, I
No,
wish
we
it had
look
been
at-
Anna. Can you imagine? That'd be so awesome right now. We'd just be roasting her.
Oh my gosh, no. I like watching those the autistic shows with like the Down syndrome people finding love. It's so funny.
Oh, it's so uncomfortable though. Like, there was one recently I watched where the girl's like, the kid was such a nice kid, and he takes her to the park and he's got flowers and he brings like wine or champagne or something. He's giving it to her. And at the end, she's like, but he was so nice. She's just like, you can tell she's like, he was too nice. Like, she's like, I just don't know if I like him that
She
way.
wanted a bad boy.
You did.
They all
He
do,
was,
right,
he
Anna?
was one of the Down syndrome kids. Like, I'm like, oh my God, nature's still at play here.
Yeah. Poor bastard.
Poor guy.
He's not.
Wait a minute,
Show
so
up
it
like Fonzie next time or something.
it was a Down syndrome boy and girl on a date. And the
Yeah.
Down syndrome girl said he was too nice.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I tell you.
Wow.
What's wrong with these young women, Anna? What's
And
wrong with
another girl went with a kid. And
Is Peaches a bad boy, Anna?
I don't think so.
Okay, let's check in.
You met him. Did he
I
seem
know,
like-
but I don't know him personally. Like, I don't know if he has got a motorcycle and got the leather jacket and gets
he
in
does have
trouble
a
on the weekends.
motorcycle.
Anna,
He
take,
does.
Yes.
There you go.
take you out of the picture, Anna, and take your baby out of the picture. Would Peaches date a little tiny person like that?
No.
Not at all.
No.
So you're both bigots.
All right, Ron.
a
Since your
perfect
wife and your
pair.
family out of the picture, would you date a hot midget?
Absolutely not.
So you have to be a hot midget.
You know what's funny about this episode is it's so cheap, the backgrounds and everything, and yet it was $7,000 over budget. And you know why? Because
Costume?
trying to make that shit fly at them, they
Oh.
had it on fishing poles with strings.
You know, I was looking for the string. I couldn't see anything. They did a good job hiding it.
Yeah, I think they used like fishing, the clear fishing wire.
How
You know,
did they get rid of that?
but
Lighting.
the thing is, they couldn't get the stuff to go where it needed to go, so they had to take multiple takes, and it took forever to film those damn scenes, and it cost them seven
Why didn't
grand.
they should have just had somebody toss them from off camera?
Well, because then you'd see the arc; it would come down instead of
what?
like float. Yeah, at this point, what? Who cares?
Right. Well, and also, did you notice they had a stunt double for Spock when he's doing the tap dance around Kirk's head?
Yeah,
Like,
and
come on, he
we
couldn't
talked about
fake
that.
How much does that cost? To get this
Yeah.
guy?
And,
Yeah,
you
and-
look at it, is like the hair, the wig is like all misplaced in the ear.
Yeah,
Not him.
but
And
they
the
couldn't get him to just kind of
Seriously.
do. It didn't have to be a flamenco dance. I mean,
Right.
how would they know these Grecians
Right.
about a flamenco dance?
Exactly.
They had left Earth thousands of years before that was even invented.
Were they from Earth?
Yeah, well, they were at Earth. They were on Earth, and then they left, and then they went to some other planet
Well,
And
couldn't
they
have
were
been thousands of years ago.
where they're doing like genetic engineering or something
Right.
like that.
Could have been around the time of Khan or something. But
Yeah. Well, they had to have been from Earth, because where would they get the Plato stuff from?
Right. And the scroll that was written by
Well, come
blah
on,
blah blah.
and we've been to all kinds of planets where they had Nazi Germany and Constitution and
Yeah.
or the Gettysburg Address, whatever it was.
The planet of low budgets.
Yeah. I missed the captain's log. Was this another student writer who submitted this or something? I'm just curious.
No, this guy had written for Twilight Zone and Outer Limits and a bunch of stuff.
I didn't mind necessarily the premise that you come down, you got this kind of Roman culture going on, and that they have these mental powers. It's just how they handled the whole thing. I just thought,
Yeah. Again, the concept. I mean, like, I would love the opportunity if given the opportunity and the money. I'm sure we all would.
yeah,
They do the episode and turn it into a 2-hour or an hour and a half movie, but really go to town fixing all the things that are wrong with it. Like,
Yep.
make them look like these gods with these powers, the same way Gary Seven was.
Mhm.
Talking about with the eyes and everything, and make them, instead of have it being so campy and cheesy and being bullies on a little freaking midget dude.
yeah, we got to get rid of the dwarf. That'd be the first thing I'd do. Get rid of the dwarf.
Oppress a whole faction of people, instead of this one little bullying this one. But then again, it's just a TV show. But
Yeah.
the concept is okay if you took it. It's kind of like the difference between Adam West's Batman and Frank Miller's Batman. You know what I mean? You would take all that out of it and turn it into a Frank Miller version of this episode.
Right. Well, what happens in so many of these, it seems like third season episodes, is they come up with these really cool premises, but they can't wrap it up sufficiently, right? It's like they don't think about, well, we can't just have Kirk and Spock leave the planet with these awesome powers and just forget about it, which is essentially what they did. And because they don't work that into the script, which is just, to me, is just lazy.
Yeah.
And again,
I don't think they thought the show was going to be 60 years later. People are going to be talking about it.
But have a little pride in your work, right? It's like someone does.
Yeah, I don't know that you can give it that kind of an excuse, because the whole point of Star Trek, above every other TV show of the era, was that they did care enough. that they wanted to tell good stories, but at this point they
Not-
didn't. You
Yeah.
know,
No.
Exactly. Not this season. They didn't. I don't
No.
think they give a shit anymore.
there's way too many outside factors. The fact that Roddenberry's gone, Freiberger's trying to raise the ratings, so he's writing stories for chicks. They're hiring college students to write stuff. They fired a bunch of the return directors, and then the ones that were really good didn't want to come back because of all the pressures and the
Yeah. I mean, again, think of Balance of Terror.
Yeah.
Little did they know they were gonna, and not so far distant future, they were on a planet dancing around, singing about bitter dregs, and
Is this the episode that inspired Leonard Nimoy to cut an album, do you think?
No, he had already cut one, and
Oh.
they put that, he wrote that song, that Bitter Dreg song, and it was going to be on his next album, and they tried to cross promote it.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my.
what? He was really gonna put this song
Yeah.
on it.
Oh,
That's why I'm telling
Dreg.
you, when they were doing all that Shakespearean stuff, I think they were loving it. I think because that's what they got in the business. They were actors and they wanted to do that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
this was a nice removal for them. I don't think, I just think that they looked like they were having a ball, just putting everything into their acting.
Just
So,
screwing
okay.
around.
Well, they had to put it into something, and
Well, the only good thing.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say the only good thing is we got Scotty in the chair again, but he didn't have much of a to do in this episode, so it wasn't. We didn't have any really good Scotty moments.
Yeah, we
well,
didn't
that's
have,
another thing. Okay, it's one thing to be able to telekinesis move a plate of grapes or a chair or a giant chess piece. Now you're reaching up into space and you're grabbing this gigantic spaceship
Yeah,
and holding it. I
Well,
mean,
had a
Apollo
problem with
did
that.
it too. Apollo held on to them from space.
well, Apollo was a god. So
he was something different than these guys. They didn't have this power until they started eating some, like they're Popeye. They ate spinach and they got strong.
and he was just sick and almost died, and all of a sudden,
Yeah. I thought it was kind of cool that, when he was going through his delirium, that his mind was, the powers were being used and throwing the crap all over. I thought that was kind of cool.
again, a concept which, if in a remake, could have been even better, where there was like earthquakes and
Yeah, if you're going to establish them that powerful, yeah.
and then you would make it like at the end, you would just you just say fuck it, and you would make Kirk and this guy going toe to toe, but they're the size of Godzilla. Yeah. Lightning coming out.
yeah.
You see that old meme of when in 2016 with Trump and Hillary, and they were like over the city, and their lightning was coming out. And it's so freaking funny because that's how much they hated each other.
Oh,
It's hilarious.
have you guys seen? This is totally offset. We keep talking about lightning. Have you guys seen that new Bride of Frankenstein trailer where what's his face is Frankenstein? I couldn't believe it. Christian Bale is Frankenstein in the Bride of Frankenstein.
I know
It's called The Bride.
there's
Yeah.
a new Frankenstein coming out, but
Well, yeah, there's a Bride
That's
of
the one
Frankenstein.
I can't wait to see.
I
That's
know. I'm
Guillermo
dying to
del Toro.
see that.
yeah, that one looks good.
But this
I
is
would
It's going to be in the
excited.
theaters. It's going to be in the theaters first in October.
I
and
thought
then
it was Netflix.
It is Netflix. They're producing it, but it's going to have a limited run in theaters in October.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna
I
go
want
see
to
it.
see that on the big screen. Like I loved going to see Nosferatu. That was great.
Yeah, I'm going to see Frankenstein on the big screen. The
Yeah, me-
colors. Did you see the colors in that trailer?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Green and
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then when the monster is on that ship and stuff, and he's all cloaked up, and then
Yeah.
he reaches out and he goes, Victor. It's like,
Yeah.
can't
Well,
wait.
Did you get a Joe Frankenstein vibe from that Bride movie where Christian Bale's got the gun and he's I was like,
When does that come out?
I don't know.
I
but
think
the
it's
trailer-
out or it's coming out this week.
Oh,
Called
is
Bride.
it? I think it's the first time I saw the trailer.
Called Bride.
Yeah, it's
Bride.
called the Bride. Or Bride. Yeah, Bride.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks. They had a movie come out about 2 years ago called Lisa Frankenstein, and nobody remembers it because it went nowhere. And I think that's going to be the same thing here. I think this is going to just shit the bed.
Not the same thing as Queen Kong or something,
right?
Yeah, but the thing is that blew me away is that Christian Bale is in it, and I'm like, why is he in this movie?
Well, Maggie Gyllenhaal, I think, directed it, and she's in it, and then her brother Jake Gyllenhaal's in it also.
Yeah. Oh, she directed it?
I think so.
Yeah, I'll bet you it's not going to be bad. She's pretty good, actually, as far as an actress, I guess.
Well, that doesn't mean she can direct it.
But
yeah,
there's a ton of big stars in this, so she must have gone, come on, help me out, But
yeah, it's a low budget thing,
yeah,
it
but
seems like they're throwing a little film noir into it.
I'll give it a try.
I'll give it a try when it's on Netflix.
As long as it's not woke or any of that bullshit. I'll have to look at a trailer first.
Yeah,
as long as it's not like what, Ron?
woke.
And woke.
Oh, woke. I thought you said rope, and I was like, are you dissing Hitchcock?
No.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
As long as it's not like Gato and his love children. So, Anna, by the way,
Speaking of love children,
I watched Alien Earth, the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I just watched the last one last night.
And I mean, I was into it, and then slowly but surely,
Yep.
it's like for fucking. Oh,
The xenomorphs are not supposed to be pet or shown in the sunlight.
It's just.
So hold on. You were trying to get me to get past episode 4. If
You know
I'd have
what?
done that,
Well, that's what she
I'd have
said.
wasted my time.
I
You know what I'm saying?
apologize.
Okay. I'm not going to do it.
It had
Episode
potential to
8
be
will
great.
drive you nuts. It will drive you absolutely nuts because they set you up just to fucking give you that big old roundhouse of wokeness in the last one. They can't help themselves. It's all it is at the end of the day. It is a big statement against corporate greed, and and they make even the alien.
That's part of the
even
alien.
the xenomorph is a victim in it somehow of
Oh no.
greed.
Yeah.
Like it's just like.
By the way, xenomorphs, you can tame them. Once you learn how to talk to them, you can tame them and you can pet them. Now that there's a big xenomorph with a little baby xenomorph.
So there's like a xenomorph whisperer.
Yes.
Okay, so what's worse, the dwarf or the baby xenomorph? The dwarf from tonight's episode or the?
I like the dwarf.
Anna would date him.
Oh my
I
god!
like how Aaron puts an extra syllable on dwarf. A dwarf.
The dwarf.
A dwarf.
The wolf.
I pronounce things my own way, man.
It's dwarves. Dwarf.
Well, that's
It's a little word, but with a big syllable.
dwarf. I'm going down to dwarf.
Yeah, to the dwarf to get a drink.
Vote. Yeah.
The drink. Oh man.
You know what my daughter asked me after this episode was over? She goes, so the dwarf then he hangs out. She's on the crew of the Enterprise for the rest of the episodes. And I said, no, they're taking him someplace and dumping him on a midget planet, I think. I don't know.
That would be funny.
Yeah.
Or they should have dropped him on the place of shore leave.
No, they should have taken him to the kid from the Corbinite maneuver. Because they're little.
Right. He's the little. He's
they're little.
Yeah.
No, they should have taken him to Taurus 4, the Talos 4, where the brain women can make him tall.
Right.
Trying to get no.
Make him look like Jeffrey Hunter.
No, they need to take him to the planet with the brains so they can make him a trawl, and he can fight in the arena.
Thrall.
Oh yeah, he'll last a long time there.
Imagine.
Thrall. See, he was about to say troll.
Oh, thrall. There you go. That's what it was. Yeah, whatever they were.
But think about this. Think about, speaking of Corbinite maneuver, that motherfucker Bailey's still sailing around the universe with that little dude.
Right?
Yes.
At some point, he had to think, what the fuck have I done?
Yeah, it's like a little exchange of information and culture. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm ready to get off.
I like to think before they let him go, they kind of set parameters for him. We got to have him back in a month or something.
Yeah, but it's like, I feel like Shatner, like Captain Kirk. Anybody who's a problem, he just dumps them off with some other
some other planet or aliens here. You stay with these guys.
like.
Can't deal with this guy anymore. He's
Or he
losing.
puts him in a
his mind.
red shirt.
Had
Yeah.
no, I never bothered to check him.
I'm promoting you to engineering. Here, put on this red shirt.
Put this red shirt and go on that planet.
Yeah,
Good
go
luck
on
to you.
the landing party here.
You'll be fine.
They put him on the
Everything
planet
will be fine.
obsession cloud, that cloud that sucks your corpuscles dry.
That's the yeah, right. Yeah.
Obsession. I
Which
love
is
that
See,
episode.
the same premise as Man Trap. It was the same story. Yeah,
All right, let's get some grades going here.
yeah. This one, we barely can even make it to 9 o'clock on this episode.
Yeah.
Hey, Ron, I have a story for you about animals that happened today. So
Well, let's hear it.
I know.
let's
I'll
do
tell you
that.
after we do our grades.
Okay.
All right.
I'll start. I'm gonna give it a 6 because I like midgets.
You raised it to above average because of
Because
a
it
below
has a
height
good
person.
You know what? I'm
It
I was gonna give it an 8, but now I've seen all the problems with it because I have such sentimental love for this episode.
Oh my gosh.
And
My daughter
will
said he doesn't even do a good horse. And I go,
I
yeah,
blocked it out
Yeah.
of my phone.
Anna, this is for you.
I don't know. He looked like he was really smacking himself. Let's try that.
Oh, I just knocked my glasses off.
You actually hurt your jaw doing that.
Oh,
Yeah.
ow.
That's how we're going to sign off tonight, guys.
You do about 30 of those, and that might
Oh,
hurt.
yeah.
Goodbye,
after a
everybody.
while. My neck would be messed up.
Yeah. That was so hammy. So hammy.
Oh, God.
Again, shows Kirk's Shatner's commitment.
Oh, yeah. He's trying to make it work.
So, Anna, aside from being the midget whisperer, is that the only reason you're giving it that, or is there?
No, I always liked it when I was little because yes, there's a midget in it, and I always thought it was funny.
Fiction
Yeah.
method. What's my lowest score?
Yeah, tell us our lowest scores again. Will
Yeah.
you please?
I need a baseline here for this.
Yeah, me too.
Because I got to go lower.
Is I gotta go lower. Is that a 0? You can give it a 0.
0.0. That's like a
See, you
John
gotta-
Belushi's grade point average in Animal House.
Remember this though. If you give it a 0, remember we're going to tally up all our scores of every episode and make an average of them. So whatever our average of each of our scores, personal scores, is going to be what we thought of the show overall. So if you get a 0, give it a 0, that brings
Ooh.
everything way down. So you have to give it something.
Oh,
Aaron?
yes. Well, it's Star Trek, so it gets more than a 0.
I gave the Empath a 2.
Yeah.
That's as low as I've gone.
Wow. Yeah, fiction method. We need your help. What is
See, the
that?
thing with me is, if I
Oh,
may
I got
say-
wiggle room.
I don't think I've ever given any episode that low a score. I think
My lowest is the empath with a 3. Wait, did I gave the empath more than "And the Children Shall Lead"?
well,
Ron gave it 2
remember,
to Cat's Paw.
wait.
all after watching the Children Shall Lead, we were all going, you know what? This is not as bad as I remembered it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you probably had a good
That's true.
had a good feeling about it, but gave it more
Cat-
boost a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, but this
I'm
this-
finding the hardest ones to grade are this 3rd season because they're typically so bad. you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
There's
we
a
were-
few real standouts, like Spectre of the Gun can stand up to 1st and 2nd season for me.
What did you guys give Day of the Dove last week, by the way?
I gave it a pretty decent score.
Yeah, I think it was an 8. Was the aggregate score 8? Wasn't it?
I gave it a 7.5 because they didn't actually show any nudity when Chekhov was trying to rape the Klingon woman. So that
Right.
downgraded it a little bit for me.
Graham, you gave a 3.5 to The Children Shall Lead.
Okay, all right. So it was only a 0.5 higher. Oh no, it was a 1.5 points higher than Cat's Paw. Oh no, that's Ron. I'm sorry. It is only 0.5 higher than Empath. Okay. I know where I'm going on this then.
Hey, Sean, I hope you enjoy them. Thank you for picking those up. Let's see. What was your lowest score, Aaron?
I gave it 2 to Empath.
And
I just absolutely hate that episode.
She gave City on the Edge of Forever like a 1 or something.
Oh, Anna.
Which is just
I like this episode a gazillion times
He
better.
likes this
than
more
on
than
the-
City on the Edge of Forever. Let that sink in for a minute. That's all.
Yeah, but there's no dwarfs in City
There
on the Edge of
isn't.
Forever. If Edith Keeler had been a dwarf,
Oh, that'd be a great episode.
Oh yeah.
now we're talking.
If Edith Keeler was a dwarf,
Yeah.
Edith Keeler must die. You know.
You know, then I'd probably be even more angry at him for not saving her.
Kirk could just dwarf toss her out of the way of the car.
It would make sense, like the car didn't see her.
You see Kirk and McCoy at the very end where they're like, Jim, oh yeah, blah, blah. And then she turns around, she goes running across the street, but she's little.
I can't even see her.
No,
In the car, and you just see her like a football going.
no, I got a better one. She's running across, and they're holding Kirk, and the car goes over her, and she's still running because it goes underneath the car, and then all of a sudden he's screwed.
It's like one of those squirrels that happens to time it just right. Then Anna would love the City on the Edge of Forever.
Right, exactly. If it was a dwarf that didn't get killed,
Kirk was in love with the dwarf Edith Keeler.
I'll just go punch it into AI. It'll make it for me.
Oh,
Oh,
you should.
do
You should
it.
do
Do
that.
it.
Oh
Do
yeah,
it.
do that. That would be awesome.
make Edith Keeler a dwarf.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Put a picture of Joan Collins from the show and said, and have it generate as a dwarf.
You have to do it, Anna.
Oh,
now you
that'd be
have to do
great.
it, Anna.
That's
And
our
we know you know how to do that stuff.
I barely know how to use AI,
Oh,
so
you're
I'll
cool.
try it out right now.
Okay.
Be careful. I got assaulted on freaking Instagram because I posted a 2-second thing.
Of what?
Because I posted a picture of I did a picture of the Vision, the color
Yeah.
thing. And I just pressed in. I because I thought it was just an app that you use. I didn't realize there were all these freaking ramifications of it. But whatever. So I put it in. I said, make him walking towards the camera. And that fucking thing came to life.
I know. It's crazy when
You saw
done that to ours.
Yeah, I saw it.
It was like ridiculous. Like, I mean, the suit, everything was the shine on the suit, and he's just walking, and the cloak is flying. But it was with my art. It was so
Yeah.
bizarre. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like instant, just like that.
Yeah.
Well, people hate AI. I hate it, but I still think when they do that, it's cool. But it's
Well,
like,
I understand why. I don't believe it because I am against that too. I don't want it to replace anybody. I don't want it to strip mine other people's art. I think that's bullshit. So I agree. What I was getting mad at these guys, I was telling them, so don't fucking come at me like that. If you have something to say it like a gentleman, and I'll listen to your information. I had
Right. That's your
like
opinion.
yelling at me saying unfollowed. Oh, you know, I had a level of
sure.
you should know better. You are professional. You're unprofessional. I mean, they're throwing all this shit. I'm like, hey, go fuck yourself. You see this? Go fuck yourself.
you should have had the Vision flipping them off and posted that.
Like you know, you're putting me in a position of not wanting to listen to you.
Right.
Look
Because
at that.
Uh-oh.
I put a sketch of the Shanu in, and I'd said generate it as a PVC figure and create a box for it. Look at that shit.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
That's
That
really-
is so damn cool.
It looks like it
That's
reminds me of the abominable snowman from Santa Claus is Coming to Town or whatever.
Yeah, only on steroids.
Well, he looks like that,
Kind of.
with the dentist, Jaime the dentist or whatever.
Yeah. Hermie.
No, but Hermie.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be a dentist. All right, Ron, your score.
Oh, my score. I'm going to give it a little higher because I was sitting there admiring the effort that they were putting into their acting, and they looked like they were really kind of, because even DeForest Kelly on The Empath said that was one of his favorite episodes, only because they got to be on a stage and it felt like he was in theater doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And that really rang true on this one too. You could see they felt starved for real acting as opposed to doing science fiction-y stuff. I mean, not that anything wrong with what they were doing, but I thought their acting was pretty exemplary. So I'll give it 4. Nah, 3.5. 3.5. Because the rest of it just fucking sucked.
How
But 3.5, and only on the acting.
I had kind of the same reaction that Ron did. I was like, I can't believe that they got this script and they're trying, because I would be like, you got to be kidding me. Someone's rewriting this, right? But they tried.
Yeah. They had to carry it. They really did a workman's job carrying it on their shoulders.
I'm kind of with Ron. I don't hate this as much as the Empath. I just think the Empath is hard to watch, and that's why I don't like it. I do not like the torture in it. I don't like I just don't like that episode.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, it's uncomfortable to watch, but for different reasons. But it is kind of unintentionally funny, so there is a measure of entertainment value that comes along with it. And I agree with Ron that these guys actually tried, which it was such a crap script. You have a little admiration for that. So I'm actually right with Ron on this. I'm going 3.5.
All right.
I still would rather watch this than the Empath, given those two.
Now I feel like I know what it feels like to be you guys when I grade things so low. Like the roles have reversed.
You don't understand. There's a difference between what you just said and the absolute trauma we suffered at City on the Edge of Forever. Because that was one of those things where we were all like,
what? Doesn't make any sense.
I stand by what I said.
oh, we know that.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to give this my lowest score so far is 3. And I want to reserve a 1 because we're not going to give zeros, but
I got a 1 coming up.
I think I got to keep the 1 reserved for
Don't say it.
Okay.
Well, everybody
knows.
You and I, Graham, are going to have the same 1. I can guarantee
Is it
you.
an episode? I'm guessing.
But I don't know. I you know what? I really don't like this episode. I could not watch it today. I just remembered the horse thing just now and the Tweedledum Tweedledee. And you add that to the slapping scene, and damn it, I'm giving this a 1.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't disagree.
I'm not surprised. I mean, it's pretty bad.
Someone said that I had the same score for Spock's Brain, and I look at these episodes as similar. They're both ridiculous, and there is some entertainment value in the stupidity of both these episodes. So I'm fine with grading them the same.
Spock's Brain almost in the same way I looked at them, sort of in a Harry Muddish sort of way. I don't know.
I like Harry Mudd.
Spock's Brain is crazy, but it's also entertaining.
The concept again, it's all concepts. I mean, you have to give some score on some level to the concept. It's just the execution.
And I'm tired of that shit too, John.
Well, now wait a second. This isn't really mind control. They're using their minds to physically control them, but they're not controlling their minds.
No, but they called it psychokinesis,
yes.
Which wasn't a word that even existed at the time. The researchers told them to change it to telekinesis, but they liked it because of the psychology aspect of it, so they kept it as psychokinesis.
I know, because technically they're just moving their limbs and their bodies, forcing them to do what they want.
Right.
It's not really a psychological thing, Although
they did mess with Spock.
They did touch upon it with Spock. Exactly.
Yeah.
And I thought, that reminds me, I was going to bring this up, so thank you for reminding me, is I thought that scene elevated a tad because of Nimoy's expression of how it really impacted him, because it was like being.
You mean
raped.
the after scene when he was recovering from it?
He's recovering from it. And it was like he was acting like it was a rape to him.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Because for him, like, and McCoy even said, and this is what I did like this part of it. That's why I'm willing to give it a 3.5. Is that it was like a rape to Spock because it's not in his, in his DNA to do that, to act that way and be so out of control. It's one thing for the other humans, because but for Spock, that was a particularly egregious rape for him. And even we're trying to recover from it, and there was a moment where he's just got his hand on this obviously very solid vase thing, and you can see him just blank out, like he's struggling, and then his hand just crushes it, like anger, like his anger just crushes this unbreakable looking goblet thing. And I thought that was a very effective moment. So
yeah, I mean the whole point of these guys was to humiliate them to a point. I mean, even the guy that's in charge turns to the McCoy, and he goes, "How long are you going to allow this to continue?" Because they're just doing all they can to humiliate him. Which really strikes at Spock, because like you said, he's always under control and he's getting manipulated and humiliated in a way that he had never experienced.
And not to mention, he has to suffer through Nurse Chapel telling him, I always wanted to be close to you this way. Like, was that really necessary to have?
Yeah, especially where everybody else could hear him say it. It was kind of like I was
saying that every time I hear your voice, Captain, over the loudspeaker, I feel sick. Yeah. Why did they have to? Why was that necessary?
Yeah, that was a cringe piece of dialogue.
Yeah.
Why?
Now, if I was Kirk, I would have gone, really? I'll catch you in your cabin next time you get scared.
Yeah, remember Janice Rand?
Oh, yeah.
No more Janice.
Yeah. Evil Kirk's going to come knocking on your door, Uhura.
Brandy.
And he puts the brandy down. He's too much woman.
Yeah. She pulls that knife out of those high-rise boots of hers, like she did to Sulu.
Yeah,
there's a lot of rapey stuff in the show. Now that you mention it, with Chekhov in the last episode, and Janice Rand slicing it.
It's almost like Roddenberry had a thing.
Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing about this episode, and I was thinking this too. They made it like this romantic, forcing them to be romantic, when good and well, if this was real, they would have had those guys rape those women. And obviously they can't do that.
You know what would have happened though is they would have raped, like Kirk.
It's not rape if you like it.
Kirk would have had sex with a whore, and he would have just used the excuse that they made him do it.
Yeah. I didn't have my powers yet.
The funny part is, if they were going to do that, they would have to make them get hard-ons.
Could they physically do that though?
Like,
that's possible. I can do it.
Go ahead. Let me see you give Aaron a hard-on.
Oh no, I have to do it to myself. Sorry.
It only works on me.
I didn't know you meant to
try.
All right.
Try. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. It worked.
It only took me 3 seconds.
Excuse me, I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh my.
What about you, Anna?
Oh my God.
Wait, let's all concentrate. See if we can give her one.
Oh my God.
My biology is much different than your guys.
That with little Anna. I won't give her a hard on.
I'll just think about peaches.
Now,
there you go.
Fiction Method says, Anna, don't read the motion picture novelization. Roddenberry was definitely weird.
Oh yeah, it's a weird book, man.
Yeah, I just read that last month. Man, it's
I just realized I'm yelling hard on. I hope my kids don't hear me.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, you're yelling hard on.
Yeah, it was like going down the hall.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a hard on.
It's gonna be like, Dad, what are you talking about?
What kind of a show is he doing in there?
Dad's doing his OnlyFans show.
They hear Anna's voice.
Yeah.
I love dwarfs.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
Dwarfs. See that, Aaron? Fiction Method is telling you need to read Wrath of Khan novelization.
Okay, well, there's one problem with this sentence, and that's the word read.
Audiobook.
Okay, hey, now you're talking. That might as well just watch the movie then, right? That's an audio book, right? If I listen to the movie.
I'm reading Enemy at the Gates, I think.
We can't hear you.
Oh, I said I'm reading a book now, an Eric Larson book, Enemy at the Gates, I think it's called. It's a World War II book about Hitler. It's
If it
really
doesn't have pictures in it, I'm not interested.
Mm.
I'm reading Monty Walsh by Jack Schaefer. That's the guy who wrote Shane.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
the life story of this cowboy, like from the 1870s up to the 1900s, and his life and his death. It's like this thick. It's a huge book. You know, it's like his favorite book. He likes it better than Shane.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny Shane got popular though, like compared to that one. Like Shane,
Yeah, Shane came first. Yeah, but they made 3 Monty Walsh movies. Yeah, they made one.
Shane, and they made what else?
They made the TV one with Selleck, and then they made a theater version with
I don't remember.
Lee Marvin and I forget who the other guy was. There was another guy in it.
What was the Tom Selleck one?
Monty Walsh.
Monty Walsh, yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. The name of the
Yeah, that one was more closer to the book, from what I understand.
Where'd you get that shirt there, Bitter Dregs?
I got this as a Father's Day present from my son. I don't know where he got it off the interwebs, but I don't know where.
That movie sickened me when I first saw it in the theater. I was like, oh,
It's so good. Oh my gosh.
it is. It's a great movie, but it has I mean, I couldn't even go into a pool after that.
That's what everybody said.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind.
I didn't get to see it when I was a kid. My mom wouldn't let me. I didn't see it till I was 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit traumatic I forgot how old I was. I think I was 15 or something. But it was
yeah, you'd have been let's see.
It was 77.
You'd have been 13.
It was 74, right?
Yeah, 75.
75 when it came out.
It was
Yeah,
13.
so you'd have been 13.
Yeah, 13.
Yeah, same as me.
Actually 12 because my birthday is late in the year. So
Oh, okay.
I was actually 12.
I was living in Florida, and the next day I was at the beach swimming with my buddy.
Look at Graham. It just bounces off him. He doesn't care.
We were talking about the movie and everything. You know, we're talking, and I stepped on a skate in the water.
Oh,
And this electric charge goes through my foot, and it wiggles out from under me, and it scared the piss out of me. And I was like running like Will Elder over the top of the water.
all you had to do back then was swim up to somebody and go like this on their leg to freak them out.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's sad. And you see real footage of that happening. You can go on YouTube and see people really getting eaten by sharks. Like they show.
Dude, there was this one video that's you can't get it anymore because they took it down. But when it came up, and these guys were on a cruise ship, right? And the guy is filming off the cruise ship, and I don't know what happened, but there was some people in the water, and they're pulling this girl out of because there was sharks in the water. I don't know if there was
heavy girl and she's swimming.
No. She was. Oh, I don't know how heavy she was, but she wasn't like really, really big. But they're pulling her onto the raft, and you can see the great white come up and takes her leg off just as you're pulling her into the raft.
Really?
It was freaking horrifying because it was just like Jaws. You didn't see anything, and then all of a sudden you saw this great white just come up out of the dark and grab this woman's leg and took it clean off, and they pulled her into the raft. It's freaking unbelievable.
That's the terrifying nature of that is that it's just this darkness in the water. You can't see below you.
Dude, I was snorkeling off the coast of Bonaire back in the late 80s. Now, Bonaire is the middle island, the ABC Islands. It's Aruba, Bonaire, and Curacao. And so I went to all 3 islands, but my buddy of mine actually was running this resort called Captain Don's Habitat. So I flew out there, and he gave me and my girlfriend at the time a freaking, villa right on the water for free. We just stayed there for like a week. But anyway, I was out snorkeling, and I snorkeled out too far. And before I knew it, I was over this chasm of just bliss. It freaked me the F out. Like I was, because you're just floating in this, and you are so vulnerable.
Yep.
Whatever is in those depths to come and just take you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And you look like silhouetted from below.
Yeah.
You look like a seal.
Yeah.
Yep.
It freaked me the hell. I got back. I never went back in the water.
Dude, we were in Australia. We were in Australia at the Great Barrier Reef, and I went scuba diving at the Great Barrier Reef, and they have like these plateaus out there that are like capped volcanoes, is what they're like. And so you have this clear water. You can see them down about 50 feet, right? So we would go down, and we're like scuba diving on these plateaus that have all the coral, and it's beautiful, right? But then we did a second trip for, they gave us a discount. Hey, if you want to go again. And they took us out on the edge of those plateaus, and it's like, dude, you look down, it's just black.
Ugh,
It was horrifying.
it is. It's horrible.
You're just waiting for this great white to appear 3 feet from your head and take your head off.
They hand it to some of these oceanographers and these scuba divers and stuff who just go in there like that. And these people who actually film the great whites and everything. It's like, no thanks, man.
Yeah.
No, there's that one girl where that's all she does is she goes and swims with sharks.
Just touch them on the nose.
Yeah, he's like, no
Yeah.
thanks.
Well, remember
Like,
in
we know how
the 70s, they told you to grab a stick and hit the shark on the nose. Where the fuck are you going to get a stick in the middle of the ocean? You know?
It's like, just punch it in the nose. It's like, win.
Yeah, exactly. When I'm screaming for my life, and it's already chomping down on my, yeah.
Mostly if you don't flail around and stuff, if you just kind of float and you let them come at you, they won't, because they respond.
Bubbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
No matter how graceful you are in the water, you're still sending.
Let me
you
get the
stress
video.
signals.
I don't give a shit how graceful you are. If you see that coming at you, you're going to be like, fuck.
Yeah.
And most people
Oh,
are.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, no, you could be Michael Phelps and you look very graceful, but to a shark, you're an injured fish.
Exactly.
You know.
So there's this video, I think this was a few years ago, but this guy in Monterey, he was kayaking and a shark was attacking his boat, and there's like people in their houses like filming, and like he's not moving, he's just on the other end of the kayak, because if he starts moving, the shark will get him, and you just see the shark attacking his kayak, and they're just watching, filming, and then like the Coast Guard comes up to save him because somebody called it in.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness they put their phone down to call.
Who's that surfer? That surfer chick, Kelly something.
Who lost her leg?
Lost her leg. Yeah, she went back out there. Like, God bless her, man.
Oh yeah.
Gotta have guts, man.
Well, I mean, you have a greater chance of getting attacked by a tiger than you do getting eaten by a shark.
I know, but at least you can see the tiger coming.
And most people are on land, so obviously it's going to be.
But look at that grizzly guy who got eaten by the grizzlies out there living with the grizzlies. All these people that play with these wild animals, like, what's eventually going to happen.
Yeah, that's just tempting fate, man.
Yep.
I mean,
they don't go live with ostriches, or they don't go live. They don't live like with emus or anything like that.
Yeah.
They go out with the freaking meat eaters,
the predators.
Yeah.
Man, I had too many fucked up things happen, so I just, I have to just make sure I'm not in a position where fate will do something crazy to me. Like, how many people, I think I told you, got hit by a train. Every time I think about that, so
it happens. That's why I don't go skiing. I don't want to end up like Sonny Bono.
Oh, I got hit by a train when I was 16.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You're like the world according to Garth.
I told you this story.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
Tell you the story of me getting hit by a train.
No.
Like a day or two after I got my license. So
your car got stuck
in
on
a
the
car.
track?
I was 16 and I went to see this girl. I was seeing two girls.
Yeah, Ron. There you go. Yeah.
So, seeing this one girl, and I said, "Oh, I got to go home," but I was really sneaking off to the next town over to see this other girl.
Oh my God.
So I left this girl, and then I went and picked up my friend, who's actually a radio DJ here in Connecticut. And because he was seeing this girl's sister. And so I picked them up and we were going through town. We were going to go get them and have a late lunch or something. I don't remember what.
Yeah.
But anyway, I pull up to this intersection in town and there's buildings on my right, buildings on my left, and the train tracks and a light. And there's a flagman at the tracks and the light's green and he wasn't looking at me and he was talking to somebody, but the light was green. So I'm like, okay, I guess I can go. So I started across the tracks and my buddy screamed at the top of his lungs. I looked, there's a huge Conrail. Boom! Hit my car, flipped my car around. So I was facing like the other way and it went right through. And I was just sitting there like this, like, what? Like, and the car was like a U, it was just smack, but we survived it.
Wow.
And and I just sat there in total shock, like,
yeah.
but it was funny because not funny, but when I started across the tracks, everybody freaked out. I remember seeing the flagman like this, and because he wasn't paying. It was actually his fault because he wasn't paying attention and the light was green. So I guess you can look at it like it was my inexperience as well. They don't teach you that in driving school. What happens if you're going to get hit by a train?
Well, I think I would just get the hell out of the car.
Well, I tried to hit the gas when it was coming, but it was just,
Yeah.
I drove that car home too. It was like, eat.
Oh my God.
And I had to call, and the state trooper that came up was a friend of my family, and I was a half hour away from home. That's because I was in Canaan and I lived in Cornwall. That was about a half hour away. And the state trooper, Troop B in Canaan, pulled up and he saw it was me, and he just put his head on the steering wheel and shook his head. Like, I can't believe it's you. Because he was literally over our house like every day for coffee and stuff. And so he just, and I had to call my stepfather and mother and tell them I just got hit by a freaking Conrail.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
Good story though.
I try to stay away from things because that taught me that the universe is like, for me, it's like that movie. What's that movie where
Final Destination?
Yeah. It's always trying to kill me.
Yeah.
Trying to kill me.
Yeah, you should stay out of bear country.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was looking at a picture of bear claws recently. The size of these bear claws. And I was I mean, the smaller ones, the black bears are like that big, and then the grizzly, and then the brown the brown bear, and then the polar bear, and then the Kodiak bear.
Kodiak
has these claws that are like this long.
Yeah.
Oh, they just rip you open, man.
They're not the biggest bear, but they have the biggest claw. The polar bear is the biggest bear.
You ever see it? There's footage of a grizzly eating a black bear, like mauling a black
bear.
I
saw that. I just saw that recently.
Crazy.
Yeah, he just manhandles that thing.
Yeah.
What's
that?
One
of the Russian guys or they're Ukraine or wherever on the border somewhere, and they're camping out, and they've got a German Shepherd with them, and they're in a tent.
Oh no!
German Shepherd starts barking, and these two little bears come up over this crest of this thing, little baby bears. And the German Shepherd's actually being playful, and he's running over and he's barking, and the other bears are just kind of go back down, and then all of a sudden, above the same crest, this huge mother comes up over the crest, and the dog's barking, and all of a sudden the dog kind of is like, oh shit, and the mother starts going like this. And you see the hair standing up, and that freaking thing, all of a sudden it's like it's sharp, and you just hear it killed every one of them. It killed the soldiers, and it killed the dog.
Wow!
Just mauled them all and killed them all.
Yeah, don't go near a baby bear.
Yeah, because it was the baby bears.
Yeah. Oh, sure. Yeah.
Well, what's that saying? If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down. If it's white, good night.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah, the polar bears are monstrous, I guess.
Oh,
and
there's nowhere to go.
Yeah.
You see one stalking you across the snow. Where are you going to go?
Yeah.
They're also, food is so hard to come by out there. They're not picky, man. They're not letting you go either.
Yeah, they'll track you.
And try to attack whales and shit.
Yeah.
Although killer whales will kill them.
Oh, yeah. Once it gets into the water, forget about it. Yeah, they're really smart.
This is like Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. And Star Trek.
Yeah. Well, we had to turn it into something good after that crappy episode. Yeah. So next week, guys, we have Wink of an Eye. which I can't remember if I like that one or not.
Which one is that?
That's the one where people are moving really fast.
It sounds
Oh,
like bees and like
Kirk into Baby Mama.
Yeah. I have a feeling that one's going to come off as cheap, but we shall see. Oh, God bless you.
Thank you.
So tune in next week. Thank you, Landing Party, and everybody in the chat. We shall see you again. Have a good one.
See you
Bye-bye.
guys.
What time is it?
5:30, sir.